Okay, back to part 2. Got the video out. Had a little difficulty at the end there. So let me continue and put it full screen. This one here, remember, before I get to the big stuff that happened that transformed me in Panama, I have to show the after effects, and it'll make everything will make sense. This letter here is from the United States General Service Administration, Region 5, Federal Protection and Safety Division, Milwaukee, Wisconsin. I became a security armed guard after I got my honorable discharge. This happened in 1986. I did this for 4 years. I did both 3 districts: Eastern District of Wisconsin, Western District of Wisconsin, Northern District, Illinois, Chicago. This here's accommodation, and this here, I'm just going to be blunt, saved a lot of lives and property. They don't know it, but it prevented a major catastrophe. On April 11th, 1986, at 1805, which is about 6 o'clock, there were still a lot of people still know. A lot of people work at the federal building. This is an old federal building. I think it was built in 1897. Now, this is for you guys that are law enforcement, federal, and intelligence, slowly revealing. I mean, I got so many. I mean, these are just documented. You also inspected the first floor. Do this. You detected the odor of smoke in the vicinity of the southwest dock area. You then inspected the garage area and west tunnel area. You also inspected the first floor area directly over where welding had occurred earlier in the day. Okay, let me stop right there. The gift that I was given from Panama, what do you call it? 6 sense. You could sense things, prevent things, help people. It goes on and on and on. This is a gift that I got. You hear the story, it'll make, this will all make sense. Room 138 IRS computer. Men's room was also checked, but access could not be achieved until the IRS. See, that's CID IRS. That was the main computer of the probably all Wisconsin. It was the main thing. You then contacted Chicago Control and received permission to notify the fire, because I knew, building the wall, having that 6th sense, there was a fire behind the wall. In other words, picture this. Tell it like it is. I'm feeling the wall in the bath, trying to see beyond the wall. Then you could see behind the wall, there was smoke. There was a little fire. There was fire in the old wood. Who knows how many decades and decades. Remember, the building was old, built in 1802. I don't know. I don't remember. I just know it was old. So I felt the wall and I could sense it. I could smell a little smoke. I'm putting my nose as close to the wall as possible, because I knew there was something behind the wall. So I think I got to get permission. I just can't call the fire department. So I told Command Chicago, hey, listen, there's this wall feels hot and I'm smelling smoke. So I got the permission, and then I had to go. So then you contacted Chicago, and then you got permission to notify the fire department at the General Services Administration at the order of the battalion fire chief. Federal building was evacuated, 25 people by you. There was more people. A lot of people didn't even leave their office. The federal protective officer was on patrol in another part of the city. So I was by myself. And I'm trying to tell you, please evacuate the building. By order of the chief, battalion chief of the Milwaukee, I have been ordered to leave the building. And I'm talking to this microphone, echoing all throughout the building. It was not fun. It was stressful. So it was certified that the fire was extinguished. He and his firemen then departed the area. Mr. Moon, your prompt action handling, you saved the structure, you saved the building, you saved because of your prompt action, you reflect the credit, blah, 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 blah. Then it's the commander of Zone 2. I'm jumping. Trucker crusade to repair unsafe highway. Campaign proves one person can make a difference. This is a Kenosha highway, and that's a million. That right there is a million miles. I was a truck driver, accident free, over the road, regional, you name it, local. And there was another article, but it was also on the news, where I gathered petitions. I was a Teamster at the time, and I started gathering petitions because all the truck drivers that went from Chicago through Kenosha County, they were grooves. And during the wintertime, there was a lot of jackknife. Hard and difficult to control your truck because it slid. And once it got out of the groove, jackknife, and then pop, pop, chain reaction, and people got killed. People got injured. A lot of property. And nobody did anything. It was for a long time until I rose awareness. I got contacted the news media about this. I got a letter from the governor. Remember, I've been left with bare minimum, guys. Also, one of the first minority fathers' rights activists. This is the letter, and it's signed the governor of Wisconsin, thanking me for and lawyers, especially U.S. attorneys, they gave me a letter of appreciation I mean, they know character of people. This is basically the command saying that I received all these from the U.S. Attorney's Office. And I could go on and on and on of things. I mean, I got so many here. And I'll throw a little bit here and there. But this is the information that I found. You know, this is information how these lives are saved. Okay, I'm back. Yeah, there's so many things, so many awards. I mean, so many pictures I found when I was younger. And this is me right there. This is me too. So, and I had some pictures of the boa constrictors and some other. So I found all these, and there's so much more others. And a lot of these, I mean, these are documented. These are like the news. But I was over the road, I found accidents just that happened, pulling people out. And then when the state police came, I just backed off slowly into the shadows. So I've saved motorists in these roads, storm. Truck drivers can understand. Remember, I ended my career close to 3 million miles, 48 states. And there was a lot of, stuff that happened during that tenure that were undocumented. So why am I revealing all this? Because I'm getting ready. I feel like the Lord's getting ready to take me home. I'm trying to find a support group of veterans. Right now, the grass is out of control. I'm falling behind on a lot of stuff. That's first they want to buy me out. No, I don't want, this put it on the realtor, this do this, but I'm being dragged like a rag doll because of what happened to me, the injustice that happened to me, and it needs the light. In other words, who saves the saver?